Good day, everybody, welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be more of an information video. We're going to talk about transfer cases, and we're going to talk about the transfer cases that were used on the Jeep JK from 2007 to 2011 with the 3.8 liter and the modern 2012 to current with the 3.6. What I got on the floor is one I picked up. I used a long time ago before I even had a JK. Picked it up for $100 because I knew eventually I was going to have a JK. And the one on the bench is the one out of my 2014. So we're going to talk about the differences. So we're going to look at the case in the front. We're going to pay attention to the coupler. This one here is still by New Process, as it says on the tag. It's got some sort of, I'm not sure what that is. If it's a vibration isolator or what the heck it is. Anyways, it's not on the newer versions, it's on the older ones. I'm unsure what year this one came out of. It's anywhere between 2007 2011. So you can have a look at that one there in the front. So coming in, this is off of 2014, and it's now by Magna Powertrain. It's referred to as an MP241, not an NP241. And you can also see the coupler in the front is different, but still shares the same seal housing, even though that one there is covered up, but you kind of get an idea. It has the mounting holes for that vibration isolator, whatever the heck it is. So basically, the front half of the case is still the same. The difference is where we go to the rear, because the 3.8, I believe, used a 4.2 RLE transmission, where the 2012 and newer used a Mercedes transmission. So the input coupler is going to be different. And my transfer case is also modified that I get a U-joint style drive shaft on there versus the CV style. But you can look at the case right now, how it's kind of rounded and everything else. It uses the same sensor. The shifting pattern is still the same. But pay attention to the coupler and the input bearing and the seal. And I'm going to talk about that pretty quick and why that is a huge concern. So this is a coupler my Jeep would have had if it was still factory. But you can see the design of the back half of the case is totally different. Well, this is all kind of flat, right? You're going to notice the mounting pattern, everything, the coupler style, the input bearing, seal. Let's go back and show you guys again the differences. Once again, that input bearing is expensive too. It's like $100 and some bucks, and that seal's like $50 if you order it from Chrysler themselves. And then once again, I'm going to show you the case difference. Not flat, this is more of a rounded. And the reason why I'm pointing this out is when it comes to buying a rebuild kit. And the reason why I'm saying this is that if you got a 2012 or newer, you're not going to find a kit that's going to match that transfer case. I got this one off Rock Auto. That's the part number. And let's go to a clip where I show you, Googling a couple websites, that comes up as showing this kit that I bought. So this is where I'm getting at. If you look at the very bottom of the screen, it says 2003 to 2014 Jeep Wrangler. We know that in 2012, the input and the coupler changed. So those parts are going to be different. So going to Rock Auto, right, purchase this transfer case kit. You can see the kit I bought right there. It's listed under 2014, but I already know right now that not all the parts are going to be able to be used. And the problem, as you can see with the kit, is that the front and rear output seals may be the same. Some of the bearings may be the same, but as I pointed out, there's no kit for the 2012 and current, because otherwise it would come with an input bearing in the seal. Once again, I'm going to show you the difference. Little small bearing, little small seal. These are the output shaft ones. This here would be the seal for the input right there. I haven't taken it apart yet, but I would assume that this big bearing in this kit would be the input bearing. These ones here would be inside the case, and the planetary gear, I would assume. And then these ones here would be for the output right here and up in there. And this is the reason why I'm making the video, because I've not been able to find a kit for the 2012 newer. I'm going to break it apart, and I'm not going to damage any seals, hopefully not, or smash any bearings getting it out, just in case that none of those parts are compatible. But I want to know in the comments below if you guys come across a situation, because I have not been able to find a rebuild kit for the 2012 MP 241 transfer case. It always comes up to a kit like this, G2, SKF, but nothing for the 2012 newer transfer case. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, post them below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one.